This is Charlie from Watch Your Style, and we're checking out all Taiwan has to offer. Along for the ride is the Vaer GMT, an affordable, everyday travel watch. It used to be that flyer-style GMT watches with a local jumping hour hand was exclusive either in price or availability. Now, you can enjoy that functionality and a classic, if not familiar design, all in a package under $1,000. Now, the design of this watch begs the question, is this a Rolex Pepsi homage? While there are certainly elements that look like the Rolex Pepsi, I do believe that there are design elements within this Vaer GMT that sort of make it its own thing. And the red and blue bezel and red 24-hour hand have become a very legible format for a GMT watch. And there's no denying that that red and blue make it very easy to distinguish at a glance whether you're looking at daytime or nighttime hours. And the pop of red on the 24-hour hand makes it very easy to tell the reference or home time. The watch has pleasing dimensions, which makes it a great daily. I measured the watch at 40 millimeters wide, though the website states 39. It's 15.5 millimeters thick, which is on the thicker side of things, but it does offer 200 meters of water resistance. It's 46 millimeters lug to lug and has 20 millimeter lugs. The watch feels hefty and solid on the wrist, and I love the twisted lugs on this 316L stainless steel case and bracelet. Now, I have the watch on the 3-link Oyster bracelet, which Vaer was kind enough to supply as well, and it looks really nice in the Oyster bracelet. The Oyster bracelet gives it a much more subdued and rugged look, but I love both bracelets for different reasons. I think the Jubilee with the 5-link design and those polished center links give it a touch of class, and also articulates a little bit better on the wrist, so it's a little bit more comfortable as well. I also opted for the Tropic rubber strap, which is of high quality as well, and is very breathable, and conforms to the wrist perfectly. If you so desire, you can also choose a NATO and leather strap in addition to your bracelet. The quick release spring bars on the bracelet make it a breeze to swap between bracelets and straps. Part of this watch is the Miyota 9075, which is a flyer style GMT with a local jumping hour hand. The watch has a power reserve of 42 hours and beats at 4 Hertz and is regulated to -5 to +15 seconds a day by Vaer, and it features a custom Vaer logo on the rotor as well. Now, my particular watch is running at only plus a few seconds per day, which is really impressive, especially at this price point. And Vaer takes serious pride in the fact that this is an American assembled watch. You'll see that on the dial. You can see that on Vaer's website, and it shows the process, the painstaking QC and assembly that they go through to make sure that a very high quality product is delivered. The dial design is inspired by the 1950s Rolex 6542 GMT Master, as well as elements of the 70s Mill Sub with its very legible sword hour hand. BGW9 lume is used on the hour hand and markers, as well as on the bezel, which is fantastic. More GMT watches, looking at you Rolex, should be implementing this. I love the framed date window at the 6 o'clock position. The bezel is ceramic with 120 click bidirectional action. And an AR-coated sapphire crystal. I think this is an excellent value proposition. There are a few things that I would love to see Vaer implement in the next model. The biggest thing for me is the clasp. I would love to see Vaer implement a twin trigger deployant clasp with an on-the-fly adjustment This has kind of become an industry standard at this point in the micro brand space, and it would really elevate the watch and make it seem a lot more premium. The second thing is in regards to the bezel. Now I love the lume bezel, but the 120 click action is a little mushy and a little hard to turn at times. Also, the lume on the 24-hour hand is a bit small. The arrow's a little small, so it's a little hard to tell what your reference time is, especially in low light or no light situations. So if they could expand the size of the arrow, that would be much more legible. And then the display case back adds a little bit of thickness. And in regards to the Miyota movement, it's a very solid movement, but it does have a little bit of rotor noise, as Miyotas are known to have. And then these Miyotas also have a slow date change, but that's more so just related to the actual caliber itself. But overall, I think this watch is an excellent package. So if you're in the market for an everyday, affordable daily driver to accompany you on your travels, both domestic and abroad, look no further than the Vaer GMT.